Yo, what's up from wherever you are? It's your boy Mill Money Growth, and I'm here with a video talking about my experience of when I went to Thailand. Yeah, I went to Thailand and it was a hell of a trip. So just sit back, take some notes, and listen to what I'm about to tell you. If you're planning on taking a trip to Thailand or wherever it may be, as long as you plan, you can mitigate a lot of the costs and be well prepared so that you don't end up spending an unnecessary amount, even though you are going to be paying some money to get there. Let's be honest. So a flight to Thailand could cost you anywhere from 12 to 1600. I know that after COVID, the prices of these tickets were drastically skewed, but yeah, 12 to 1600. 1200 maybe if you're planning it way ahead of time. 1600 if you're planning it short term. That may be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. That should be the price that you're seeing. When you get to the airport, just give yourself some ample time. You're going to have to check in a personal bag. It doesn't really matter. You already paid for it. The cost was included. Also, keep in mind whether or not the airport that you're flying in for your connecting flight, if they have the mobile boarding pass or not. So for example, if you're flying from the States into Dubai, they won't. I didn't. But if you're flying from Dubai to Thailand, it will. So just double check so you can make sure that you have some time and end up not going willy-nilly back and forth in the airport. So from my departure, I had a 12-hour flight to Dubai. Whole time I slept, I swear to you, I only pissed once. That was that. I watched maybe 2 movies, but it was time well spent. My layover in Dubai was about 6 hours, which kind of dragged on, but once I was on that plane again, I was 6 hours away from Thailand, 6 hours away from my destination, and I was hyped. At some point, I looked out the window and I knew I was about to land, but I just seen this water just go from this dark blue to this aquafina blue. It was so weird, but it was so beautiful. Like I said, make sure everything's planned. As soon as I got off the airplane, I knew I was not exchanging money at the airport. I was exchanging money somewhere locally. Why? Why not at the airport? Why was I holding on to my money? Well, everybody knows that the airport does not give you the best exchange for your money. The rate is sort of trash. If you go locally, you'll get a lot more for your dollar. $1 at the time that I had went was about 36 baht. So if you're getting anything less than 30, think about it. I also knew that the first thing I needed to do was visit a SIM place for the phone carrier just so I could get my service up and running. I recommend that should be the first thing that you should do. It costs about $10 for 8 days of unlimited data. They take card. They just give you a SIM card with a new number and, like I said, unlimited data. You also have the ability to call, but it's not that much. What I do recommend is from whatever phone carrier that you do have, if you have an iPhone, you can activate Wi-Fi calling through the settings. I recommend that you do this before you leave your country of origin. What this allows you to do is keep your number whenever you call people in your contacts, so that way they can still identify your local number. Just make sure you activate it, again, like I said, before you leave your country. As soon as you leave the airport, you're going to get hit with that warmth and humidity. I didn't expect it. I don't even know what I expected. So yeah, we hopped in a taxi. It was like a bus that was pre-ordered, quote unquote, but a taxi came. I don't really understand it, but hey, we were still on our way to our hotel. One thing that really tripped me out was the fact that they drive on the left side of the road. Whole time I was looking out the window throughout the trip, not just the first day. And yeah, it sort of tripped me out to the max. And I've been to a couple places. This is the first time I've experienced something like this. Our hotel was called the Marina of Pouquet. It was located about 45 minutes to an hour away from the airport. We had some great vibes and great views. Now, I thought that the Marina was in a fairly placed location, given that there was always something to do. We were basically packed in. Whether you went towards the left, towards the right, towards Bangalore Road, where all the tourists hung out, or whether you went out towards the general area, towards the right, there was always some little market, store, something. The hotel had a pleasant interior, very welcoming staff, and they had a very, very nice rooftop pool with a bar. So overall, I would give this place a 6.6 out of 10. It loses a couple points because of the room. The setup of it kind of felt a little unsanitary. From day one, there was a weird smell in the toilet that only grew stronger and stronger. So yeah, I take a couple points off of that because of that. But it was still a great experience. So if you want to, let's round that 6.6 up to a 7. The food at the Marina was great. Breakfast was included and it was a buffet style. There was Thai food, Indian food, Western food, and it all satisfied. So yeah, I'd give that portion of it a 10 out of 10. So heading towards the main area or just about anywhere else, you'll actually quickly notice that there's a ton of MJ stores. So if you want bud, it's so easy. It was like every 2 or 3 stores was another MJ shop. And yeah, I tried some. I wanted to get a little of experience with the bud that they got down there. And let me tell you, it's actually quality. Obviously varies by the grower, potency, strain, and all that. But yeah, it's readily available if you're going down there, taking a trip. Don't be worried, it's easy to get. One thing to note is a ton of businesses down there. And I wouldn't even say that they're in the same type of niche. That's what differentiates them. You could walk across 4 hat stores and they're all doing something different. So my first night does consist of going out towards Bangalore Road and just trying out some of the bars in the area and just seeing how the activity was picking up around there. When I got there, it sort of felt like I was in one of those YouTube videos. I never really even knew that I watched videos of Pouquet. I thought a lot of them that I had watched were of Pattaya, but being here, I felt an essence and a presence that I maybe have seen or felt what was going on. Drinks were not pricey, but there was a culture over there that's sort of predatory in the sense that everybody is pushing up on you trying to get a drink. Even the waitress or the waiter who just took your order is asking for a drink. Hey, one for me? Can I get a drink? And that's the only downside, well, not the only, but that's one downside of traveling. No matter where you go, Colombia, DR, Thailand, people are always going to be hassling you, knowing that, hey, this guy's an American. Hey, can I get a drink? Can I get that? Can I get that? And I absolutely hate it because it's a predatory type of feeling that I'm just being used for my money. Most of my trips are filled with walking. I find that to be one of the best parts. Just experiencing and taking in all the nature's beauty rather than being in a car for a majority of the trip. We walked towards the beaches, up and down hills that took 10 to 15 minutes to get up. We went to go see elephants.
We better slow down.
She eat like me.
Right.
Our plan had been to just stay at the hotel for about 4 days before wrapping it up and making a change to a resort. The resort was called the Pullman of Pouquet, located about 45 minutes in the direction of the airport. So basically, away from where we had just came from for the next few days. And yeah, so this is some film of the resort. As well as some film of the room.
They got slippers. I'm about to put them on. Oh, and another mirror.
Now, we were here for the remainder of our days. We ate at one of the restaurants that was in the main location of the resort. This was my first time at a resort in general. So the experience was just sort of surreal. I'm all the way across the country in an Asian country. The people are so nice. The people are beautiful. Location is beautiful. Service was great. Money exchange was just amazing. And I could just keep going on and on and on about all the things that I found pleasant about this trip. I recommend someone else to go on this trip. I really do. I recommend to go to these locations that I had experienced, and I also have the idea of maybe even going back sometime this year. I love to host something because I want to use my experience to help others and navigate the world of travel. Also, navigating the world of travel while being young and having or creating the funds to be international. While we were there, the owners of the resort had no problem coming up to us and introducing themselves, making us feel welcomed. That same day, they were also telling us, hey, you're here at the right time because there's going to be an open bar tonight in this main area. So yeah, we stuck around, and wow, the drinks were phenomenal. We had daiquiris, Mai Tais, and some other weird drink that's like tasted sort of like wood, but it was pretty good. Quick note, whoever you do go on a trip with like this does make or break the trip. I could say 100% for a fact that the person I went on the trip with made it 100 times more fun, and I would not have gone with anybody else. So not only are these rates for these different hotels and resorts based on the experience that I had over there, but it's also influenced by, the lady that I had went with. I would rate the Pullman resort a 9.5 out of 10. I take away the 0.5 simply because of the influx of bugs. It was kind of crazy, but hey, for the location, it makes sense. So I can't really go crazy on that. But yeah, other than that, everything was phenomenal. You had already seen the room, the setup, the service, the people, and listen, the food, come on. The buffet style at the Pullman Resort was much better than the hotel that we were previously at. Had a ton of, like I had mentioned, Thai food, Western food, Indian food. So there was some things that I was used to, a lot of things that I tried. And the best part was, look, they had a juice station where you just collected everything that you had wanted. You brought it up to the guy, and it was juiced right in front of you. 100% fresh, natural, and tasted amazing. If I were to give you guys a brief breakdown of the costs, we would not include the flight, we would include the cost of the stay. So for example, whatever it may be, split in half because there was 2 people, then you would include the pocket change or the cash that you would use to exchange and use at the street markets in the stores without having to swipe your card. Some locations I did swipe my card as well, so you just do a little brief estimate and you have around this amount. $800 on an 8-day trip, and this cost is not including the flight, but with the flight you're spending about this amount. Like I had mentioned earlier, for this year 2024, I'm interested in traveling a lot more. I want to make my way back to Thailand, but I also want to go to Jamaica. I want to go to Brazil. So I need to get my funds up, increase my resources, because the message of this not being too expensive, although may be true, it does cost something. It costs your time, it costs your energy, it costs your resources. Sometimes it could even cost your safety. So I want to put myself in a better position where I could better handle any of these sort of stipulations. And yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Hopefully I informed you guys of something or I inspired you. It's been your boy Mill Money Growth here with another video trying out this different style. Let me know if you like it. Give me a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.